Hey, once again I am back. It's the Uncle and welcome to another episode of TUBARS, the Uncle Bris Review Show. Listen, my man Larry June, 2 Chainz, none other than the great production of Alchemist, decided that they wanted to team up to get together and do this Life is Beautiful album. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all know how I feel about Alchemist, man. So y'all know I got to tell y'all my thoughts on that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to need y'all to subscribe off the rip. I got to say that up front because, y'all click off after 30 seconds. I think we might be, might be 30 seconds in. So, if this has interested you this long, I'm going to need you to hang in there with me. So like, comment, subscribe, get in there, talk to the people in the comments, let them know your thoughts, let them know what you was listening to this past week or weeks or whatever, or maybe something that I might dig up on. You feel what I'm saying? So I can just stay up to date with what's going on. Shout out to the Eagles. I'm not even going to sit up here and front. You know what I mean? My city, my town is on fire right now. You know what I mean? I'm a Pittsburgh fan. I'm not even going to sit up here and act like I am not. But I am happy for the Eagles, and I definitely root for the Eagles when we out of it. You feel what I'm saying? My dream Pittsburgh Eagles Super Bowl would be great. I probably, split the whole crib in half if that was to happen. But, that's still yet to be seen. So with that being said, the pickup segment. All right, listen. Let me tell y'all something. My man Westside Gunn, a couple years back, he was just flooding. It was crazy. Every week this boy was coming out with something, you know what I mean? When he first stepped on the scene, I was loving him. But then I don't know if it was like 18 or 19. It was just every week he was just putting out, either a mixtape, some kind of album, some kind of something. You know what I mean? So I had to kind of pick and choose what I wanted to grab off of his albums so I could listen to it. You feel what I'm saying? Griselda Records is just ridiculous, all right? And my man is back with 12. And let me tell you something. Anytime you got Stove God Cooks on an album, I'm going to tap in. I don't care who the rapper is. I already know. I don't care if you're saying cat, rat, scat. Once Stove God come on, the track is just going to get 1,000 times better. You feel what I'm saying? Westside Gunn, 12. I gotta tell you, and I like Estee Mac too. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. But my man Stove got off the rip with this Adam Page track. What'd he say? They keep spinning around your world. It'll be Saturn when I'm done. I mean, come on, man. This boy's quotables is just ridiculous. And I'm just getting started in the album. You know what I mean? The 055 or 055. That joint is crazy off the rip. So I'm gonna finish it. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't get all the way through the joint, but just off the rip, them tracks right there, they definitely had me. And my man, Shy the Kid. I mean, come on, man. This boy, he do everything. The Last Shadow in the Shade. He could sing, he could rap. I love when he bring the hip hop out, bro. I can't even front, man. He got some tracks on here. That track Rebellion featuring Benny the Butcher and Sci-Hi the Prince, produced by my man Jamar Johnson and Vintage Jag. I mean, that track is just ridiculous, man. The Do Black Men Need Therapy? I mean, come on, man. In our communities, man, it's just such a needed track, man. Shout out to Sci-Hi for doing that, man. The Out on Bond featuring the BSF representative, my man Fugo Bass. I mean, come on, man. If Fugo Bass is that boy, I can't even front. The Reminiscent track featuring New Jersey Twerk, a tongue twister for me. But we all know what my man New Jersey Twerk does on the battlefield, as far as battles. But I love hearing him spit actually on studio tracks, and he definitely bought it. A really dope track. Twerk on there is just so refreshing, you know what I mean? I dig up on R&B too. I had a couple good R&B joints slide through, and my man Chase Secure, he got this Wonder Love album. I love his tones. I love his vocal arrangements. I could tell he's kind of working on his sound, and you could just hear it developing. A couple standout tracks on there. The Two of Us, that joint is just it drew me in. I can't even front. To Say That You Will, a really dope sample on there. I love that joint. And he got a track with my man Smino. What is it? Love in the Six, if I'm not mistaken. That track is just so dope. Smino kills that joint. I can't even front. And if you know anything about lyrics, my man Mickey Fax, he lacks them at all. I mean, the boy just, he could strum them joints up in a millisecond. You feel what I'm saying? So this Miami Vices, I tell you, man, I like what Mickey is doing on this. If any Mickey fans, if you know his history and his track record, he doing a little something different this time around. And I can tell you, I love the vibes. I love the up-tempo flows. I love the disco type of sonics that's involved in this joint, the versatility. He got some up-tempo flows. I just really dig this joint. That ass track, it kind of gives you that Shorty Swing My Way vibe, you know what I mean? Miami. The Do You featuring Bay God, another just dope kind of disco type of feel. I really love it. And then he brings us back home with the Salt Lake, Salt Lake City Memoirs. That metaphorically, he's just one of the best to ever do it, man. The smooth production on his own, it just takes me back to the original facts, man. This guy, I've been saying it for years, man. He just knows, he battle rap too, but take the battle rap out of it. He is just a real metaphorical genius sometimes, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, all the time. You know, he give you something to think about. You got to go back and you got to really listen to what my man be talking about. So shout out to my man Mickey Fax for the Miami Vices. We got my man Black Milk featuring Fat Ray. I mean, and they've been working together for a long time. This Food from the Gods, and let me tell you something, the production on this album, Black Milk, man, he got to cut it out. He's ridiculous at this point. If you ain't digging up on this, your earphones is broken or you lost them or what, you missing one earbud, you got to wait. I just don't, this boy, that Elderberry joint is the first joint I heard off of there. Ridiculous. Production, crazy. Dope. I mean, just ridiculous. It had me like, listen, I can't wait for this joint to come out. Then he got the Talcum joint. That the line, what'd he say? If he ever told on somebody, don't introduce me. I mean, come on, man. What did I hit? Whatever. It don't even matter. That joint is just hard. You feel what I'm saying? The El Hungo joint, mushrooms or like fungus. You know what I mean? The electric guitar that's just like strumming through the drums is just crazy on that joint. So shout out to my man Black Milk for just still doing his thing, man. This album, Food from the Gods, listen, man, it's just a really dope album, man. I can't even sing. And then what else I got? They, more R&B, and they just dope. You know, they with the little period at the end of their name. They got this Love Jones or Love Jones, whatever you want to do, however you want to say it. It don't matter because the album is just dope in my opinion. Okay, they've been bringing some really good R&B for years, and they got 5 Stars, a good track on there. Diamonds and Pearls is definitely something that kind of drew me in as I was going through these joints. Just a couple joints to just kind of come off the top that I can remember that stand out. And another boy from my city that's just dope. I can't even front. This boy Cheesy Bread Rock, man. He got a nice little EP called Trials and Tribulations. I saw the video. It came up on my feed from somebody I follow in the city. But regardless, once I started digging in, I'm like, this boy, he definitely dope. He got this track on the back end of this EP called Mike and Phil. First off, the production is just crazy. He got bars. The boy is just straight up telling you, you know, I got the top spot right now. You feel what I'm saying? The metaphorical way that he factors in the Mike and Phil, Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson. I mean, come on, man. And he got a really dope message with this track called Daughter and Dad, man. You know, handle your business, take care of your children, be a father out here, men. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Shout out to my man Cheesy Bread Rock, man. I can't even hold you. It's just a little dope EP that got me waiting for what my man is going to do next. All right. My man Big Preem, you know what I mean? I featured his video a couple weeks ago, Story for Another Day. I done went back to his album a couple times, man. He got some really smooth production on this track, Queensway, Soul Cafe, featuring JB Lynch. I'm telling you, man, the sample is just dope, man. He got some really good metaphors and similes that he brings into his style that I really appreciate. To Find Yourself, featuring L's Money Music, It's just a really dope, inspirational track, man. Our Oath. Oh, man, this is a posse track. This joint, who on here? Sick Mick, Oski Woe, and 456. I mean, that track is just ridiculous. That back-to-back flow is just crazy, man. We got New Beginnings. That's actually the video that I showed. That joint is just crazy too. Another dope sample, a dope visual that, if you keep on watching, is definitely going to be on this show. You know, if it don't be on here, something that happened. You know what I mean? But listen, just stay tuned. You feel me? And I'm going to be doing y'all a disservice, right? Matter of fact, you know what? Let me hop into this video. I'll be back.
Shout out the point guard on the beat. Of course, it's Big Preem. This make you want an album from us, right? What's up, Point? Let me center it. This chick called cheaters on me. The host had to tell her she the side piece. Come back to reality. Was just casually. Know you got a man, I'm weighing grams for a convenient fee. I don't practice leniency, maxing out the Regency. Working on my album, eating scallions, food from the sea. Brown sauce buttery, pan-sear cutlery. No send a hit, snitch uttered me. Steak succulent, raise the stakes up a bit. Potatoes, baked shrimp, and spinach stuffed in them. I've been the illest in the flyers, can't control me like the climate. My wardrobe look like war halls. I feel the women eyeing, watching work drying. Laundered the money that ironed it. Fiend whips, I was driving them like Earnhardt or Jeff Gordon. On tracks I be pouring my heart out. We come through like stars when it's dark out. Broad day, I got the rod out. I keep the peace. Tend to fall out. This track suits Sergio. This crack through your audio with samples loop. I paint the booth, my heart in it like cardio. More gambles than the Vegas Strip. Checked out the Bellagio. Cashed in my chips, left the table with my the kids. I'm Hampton zone, crack zones where they carry trees often lit. Niggas act like 12 don't exist. You couldn't walk in my shoes if you could fit them. I march to my bone beat, boy, you off rhythm. Don't look at me, look to God for forgiveness. If my life was written, here's the new beginnings. Yeah. Toast up, pour your bottles up. Here's the new beginnings. Laser blue leather, same color, slick shoes to match. You know I gotta switch it sometimes, a little this and that. Anything of mine's, it ain't up for grabs. Black businesses up and running, the revenge of crack. High off the quicksand, homie hit for 10 bands. Spent that on the casino suite, he feeling like the man. Kept coming back, hitting, ordering bottles, more drugs and women. Then he got himself banned from the building. I came out the dressing room, shower scene with Kerry Washington. The director yelled cut, I was astonishing. Oscar-worthy performance, big ranch estate is enormous. The maids are gorgeous and my chef serving full courses. Pass the like a test, water whip, leave it on a napkin to dry, or I can sell it wet. These be the times that you won't regret or can't forget. Riding in the custom model, treating mics like custom model. This track couldn't have a feature, I'm too hard to follow. It's Preem. Too hard for this, man. It's undeniable, baby.
It's undeniable, baby.
PGE, UFG. It's magic, it's Hampton. Let's go. You couldn't walk in my shoes if you could fit them. I march to my bone beat, boy, you off rhythm. Don't look at me, look to God for forgiveness. If my life was written, here's the new beginnings.
I'm just getting me a drink real quick. I'm gonna bless y'all with a dope video real fast while I get this set up. You know what I mean? I'll be right back. It is what it is. Stay tuned.
Look, we all broke with the store pack. You can barely park where it's marked at. I already know they thoughts by the ball cap. Hand the whip, getting the whole car jack. Wait, I'm really outside making contact. Them 2 moons worth of storm and a law back. Fall back, a hurricane never passed here. We're not Elon, but lithium in Nashville. Past deal, it's cost double at the card house. We quit the fish table, pulling rods out. Wait, my wrist making letters out of God's mouth. It's ours now, we ain't never got a log out. Y'all doubt, even when it's on the front page. way more engaged when wait, seen jumps change over jump change. When this food, it's a mukbang. Luck came, must be rolling with the right dice. Caught a hot hand, left and got the white mics. Wait, I'm locked in, labels say I got nice. We won't be signing any deals at a stock price. Wait, we just try and build if the block right. We at the ice wall, tell them knock twice. Shit wrong, stop light. Kids killing kids, both parties got life. Arm, leg arm, head, you know my body. Yeah, you know my body. Wait, arm, leg arm, head, you know my body. Yeah, you know my body. Wait, arm, leg arm, head, you know my body. Yeah, what's on your mind? Hey, what's on your mind? Look, arm, leg arm, head, you know my body. You know my arm, leg arm, head, you know my body. Arm, leg arm, head, you know my body. Hey, what's on your mind?
Hey, welcome back. It's the Uncle, and welcome to the third and final segment, because that little tiny segment of me pouring this joint, I don't even know if you want to call that a segment, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to, get a little smooth on the back end of this. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, I done hit the microphone. Maybe it done made a, I don't know. Whatever the case may be. I would be doing y'all a disservice, right? Let me just take a sip. I'm going to sit this right here. So, in the city of Philadelphia, we already know tragedies happen all the time. You know what I mean? I'm sure, I done talked to my peoples in other states, St. Louis, Chicago, Virginia. The gun violence is just out of control. You know what I mean? And, last year, this thing took a toll on one of the dopest MCs out of Philadelphia that's been just chilling under the radar for a long time. And I'm talking about my man Rob Stashes, okay? Lost his son to gun violence, and things like this take a toll on your family. You know what I mean? It happened to me. I lost my nephew, 12 years old, you feel me? So we everybody, and I know it's a lot of people that watch these videos. It's not like I'm saying anything special. This just happens across the US of A. You know what I mean? This is just what we deal with on a regular basis. So when somebody goes through these tragedies and they're still able to put out a great body of work, I really need to find out, okay, well, what drove this person to still be able to do this? Because, a lot of people, they go on a rut. But some other people use music as therapy. And that's exactly what my man Rob Stashes has done. All right, so we got his therapy sessions, the healing process. Okay, and as I'm listening to this, I like to listen to the progression, and I'm trying to just figure out how can my man still, put out this music after going through such a great tragedy. And I'm gonna tell you something. Things like this sometimes bring out the best of us, you know what I mean, depending on your mind state. So off the rip, this raw and uncut intro from my man Rob Stashes. And let me tell you something, this is exactly how I like for my man Rob to come. I mean, the metaphors from the gate drew me in. I'm like, okay, all right, my man is setting the tone for this album. I could see, that he is letting these boys know that I'm still that dude. Nothing is going to stop him. I think he got a line in there where he says, I'm still going up even if they tell me the staircase is closed. You know what I mean? So we already know that this boy is like, listen, it's nothing that's stopping me from doing what I need to do. You feel what I'm saying? Tragedy, regardless, I'm still strong. We still here. Track Bingo, another dope track, as I'm just digging in. And when I look at these titles, I say to myself, all right, what is my man talking about? How we going to transition? Are we having fun? What are we doing? We got hell on earth, all right? And I tell you, man, I got to say to my man Rob, I just love the strength on this song, man. I mean, personally, man, just for us to just keep striving, or regardless of whatever we go through, man. I love the strength that's displayed on that Hell on Earth track, excuse me. The Adjusting with Time track is just so dope. Just another positive track about just not wasting your time, not wasting your life. You know, the things that we go through and the stuff that we do in the city, our past, just wasting our lives away. It just ain't it, man. So the message on this particular track is just dope. And another thing that I like about Stash is he makes some really good choruses, man. Like some really catchy choruses. It's really great songwriting within these tracks. You know what I mean? And the production on that Put the Food on the Table, come on, man. That's just dope, man. That's like a hustler's anthem. That joint took me back. You know what I mean? It's very relatable, man. Men at Work. Another just great production, man. You know, as we get toward the back end of this album, I tell you, man, the tragedy that my man went through, this emotional heart, man. I mean, can we really just talk about this, man? You know, like the losses that we take in life, still pushing through, staying prayed up, having your mate by your side. You know, both of y'all just doing what y'all got to do. Even though y'all went through this tragedy, man, it shows the fight. You know what I mean? It just shows the fight that a family can go through, man. The gun violence in Philadelphia is ridiculous, man. And I just love this Therapy Sessions album. Just first off, because my man still put this out regardless of whatever he was going through. I can't speak to the time frame of when this track was made and this track was made, but you definitely know when a couple of these joints was made after the actual tragedy, man. And sometimes you got to do this to give yourself your own therapy, man. You know what I mean? So shout out to my man Rob Stashis for just being able to put this body of work out. It's a quality body of work. I can hear it, even though it was a tragedy, my man is still positive throughout this whole album, man. And I just wanted to shout out my man Rob for staying strong. And keep doing what you're doing, fam. I'll be back.
The author of the manual you got your style from. Even your biologicals say that's our son. It's a celebration when I drop an album. Since 2020 non-stop a wild run. And I ain't geeked over the progress, it's more to the process. This the big league, y'all ain't nothing but prospects. Step behind the arc, wide open, no contest. In the kitchen yet again, at this point I'm the top chef. You should always know I came to get more, not less. They see me shining, think I got it, hold on, not yet. I mean I got it, but not to be given. Wait till I get the position, if you get what I'm kicking. Sit back and watch me, just stick to the mission. Watch all my dreams and aspirations come to fruition. Got you looking sick like lack of nutrition. Before you think that you can play with me, ask for permission. Look at the gross and make sure you add the commission. Up the game, that's bad for tradition. Solid as a rock, sorta like Ashford and Simpson. If you looking for the best, then I matched your description. Who fucking with? I'm up before the sunrise and the birds start chirping. Keep your karma clean before the feds start lurking. Gold around my neck to display what I'm earning. $100 bills, cause the play's still working. I'm up before the sunrise and birds start chirping. Keep your karma clean before the feds start lurking. Gold around my neck to display what I'm earning. $100 bills, cause the play's still work. On the clock with it like a ship at the shipyard. Your lack of drive the reason why you never get far. Just peep why I take you within the next 6 bars. I see a mansion on hella land, jacuzzi and 6 cars. Full-size basketball court and a movie theater for the kids to watch the latest from Pixar. I'm like Lamar Jackson, all I need is just 6 yards. Streets cold, bundle up and wear a thick scarf. This ain't the time to be emotional and get soft. Since you're funny, all you best just sit calm. Chase down my competition if they get a quick start. You know I stay activated like SIM cards. High level art rapping for a big cause. Ain't seen scriptures in these verses since God. Murder for hire, Lord knows I should have been charged. You see my faith and dedication play a big part. I'm up before the sunrise and the birds start chirping. Keep your karma clean before the feds start lurking. Gold around my neck to display what I'm earning. $100 bills, cause the play's still working. I'm up before the sunrise and birds start chirping. Keep your karma clean before the feds start lurking. Gold around my neck to display what I'm earning. $100 bills, cause the play's still working.
We on the east side, man.
Yeah, part of the novices disregarded the architects. I'm whipping the dodge and cross of the wall, we can laugh, yet they starve under the halls from digital hard, but the carver tech went from being a part of the Paraguay with the marble sets. Too many box attempts got the steam and it seem obnoxious. Some machines that go to the seat to get equinoxes. They know the elite, we was knee deep in that speaker box, and now I'm on the scene with the low keys and the Detroit's. I speak his doctrine, flow is meticulous. They pushing the envelope, pose to the distributors, those considered me bro, though I never spoke the specifics with them. Landed in Tokyo, ghosties over Pacific visits. They holding the blickers and hitting women. Hand me the trophy. Your queen is the speaker in your house like she Nancy Pelosi. Expanded the Koki, the matching gloves for the sterile heaters. Baltimore with dummies serving them O's like Earl Weaver.
Talking junkies like the good Reverend Doctor. Wrecking your rules, checking the tools, the jewel dropper. We ain't off the dome, my nigga, we off the chakra. It dilates your people with evidence. With the rocker, Giancarlo, your verse bodies missing like hoppers. Throw stick in my mane like she a lobster. I can knock it, your options often and awkward. The pit that I write with really your weapon hawk slick. Bite not big as your bark, scared of the dog. Sniff gamma, start off sweating, flipping that hawk switch. Shattered glass, talking my talk, that thorough dog shit. Made a war, speaking with words to Zulus. Screws loose, rocking and rolling my vinaigrette loose. Grab painting, gentrin' and rapping them with the black news. They ain't giving truth with the picture, knocking his neck loose. Track a whole new Nat Turner, put him on reboot. Yeah.
Top of the food chain, I'm Bruce Wayne. My enemies two-faced, pocket and loose chains. The byproduct of solid fellows with moose wings. You still couldn't follow a tie the knot on my shoestrings. Shoebox money from moon rocks, dunny. I'm moving on dudes block with them two dummy. Yo, the city's lingo, Honda Civic Durangos. Committed by wise guys, the Anglos. I want the bankroll sharp, like when the shake rolls. My brain goes retarded, name all cloud on my ankles. On these instrumentals, positive, no incidentals. I ride with a pen as an object that was meant to end you. Apocalypse now, dark side style. We in the part-time for Parkside to Pit Town. We spit rounds, you better get down. Or get your wig split, running like Jim Brown. Now how to down,
Yep. Like I said, I got to tell y'all my thoughts, man. Alchemist, one of the best producers, if not top. This is just my opinion. Got to be top 3 in hip hop of all time at this point. If you do not believe me, you need to go back. You know what I'm saying? If you having any doubts, you need to do, some hip hop history. All right. This boy has been around for God knows how long. He is responsible for some of the dopest production, dopest tracks ever. You know what I mean? To just go down in like hip hop history. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go through the whole track record because we're gonna stay up to date. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about This Life is Beautiful. Alchemist, Larry June, 2 Chainz. All right? Now, when I see these collabs, I'm like, all right, what is really going to happen? You know what I mean? So I'm going to hop right in. All right, so this album begins, all right, with this track called Munyon Canyon. All right, so I mean, off the rip, we already know. The wittiness within that title is just ridiculous. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, get some munyon. You know what I mean? Like, we already know. Like, 2 Chainz with the smooth flow. Larry June. I'll tell you, their styles definitely complement each other. You know what I mean? Smooth, soulful production from the rip. Talks of just getting money. I think they got a visual for this joint too. I'm not even going to hold you. I could have swore I seen one last couple of days. You know what I mean? The separation, just from a dude that just ain't chasing his bread. You know what I mean? They getting their bread. You know what I mean? They getting that money. You know what I'm saying? So off the rip, this style, the smooth production, it fits both of their flows. 2 Chainz and June. It fits both of their flows. So I got to tell you, from the beginning, I'm like, all right, this is going in the right direction. All right. Then we get into Colossal. Now, let me tell you something. When this beat comes on, I'm like, oh my God, this joint is so hard. Okay. And that's just the beat. Because I tell you, the beat grabbed me. The chorus was okay. And then, like, Chainz flow, it just kind of threw me off, man. I was just thinking that it was going to just begin a little bit better because of the strongness in the sonics, man. And, again, it just talks to just doing it big, colossal. Like, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you that really nothing stands out on this particular track besides Alchemist beat, all right? And then we get in to I've Been, all right? Another great smooth production, all right? Brag rap. Chainz does have a few bars about, deadbeat baby moms, you know what I mean? A little something different. We do see those. I can't even front. Getting caught slipping. We got June, talks, wasting time, fighting over chicks that really don't care about you. Another smooth beat with bars of success. Speaking, to just focusing on, I'm that dude, you know what I mean? And I'm going to stay that dude. You feel me? The track is okay. You know what I mean? It's not bad, but it's okay. Then we got LLC. I'm going to say a lot. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to, figure this joint out. You feel me? Every few verses from Chainz, I tell you, man, he'll say some dope quotables, man. I can't even front. Chainz, it can get witty. But this chorus, it's just too basic, man. The flow is basic. I get it. It's a positive track about being about your business, showing people, that what you can make off of handling your business. But the track, in all honesty, it's just kind of lackluster in my opinion, man. Just because of the basicness of the flow, again, it's easy. So like halfway through, I'm like, all right, I could just go to the next joint. You feel me? And then halfway through this album, I say Alchemist just gave away some really dope beats. You know what I mean? That it's like 2 beats that stand out off the rip from the beginning, and I'm like, yo, if somebody else would have spit on this joint, it would have been crazy. You know what I mean? So we got Bad Choices. Now this track, it had me waiting for the album. Everybody knows when this visual came out, we was like, yo, this joint is gonna be crazy. I love this track. I love the quotables on this track. The flow. Everything just ties together, man. This joint, actually, I say it could have been on like an Alchemist collab. You know what I mean? Like, Alchemist would put a joint out with a whole bunch of different people. I would have loved to hear it on that. You know what I mean? Instead of them like doing a full collective on this album. Then we got the title track. We got Life is Beautiful. Again, the beat, man, oh man. And the one thing I will say about this, I appreciate the fact that rappers will talk about being a good father and just working towards, helping their families out. I like the chorus on this particular track. I can't even sit up here in front. I do like a little bit of what they say. And I'm not going to say a little bit. I like a lot of what they're saying. Larry June, he did his thing on this. I can't even front. Chainz talks to the changes he's made that made him a better man, taking care of his family. I love the message on this track, just trying to do good things and have a beautiful life. This, Munyon Canyon, the other joint they got the video for, like them 3, okay, I'm like, all right, So then we get into Generation. Again, another beat that I just love. I mean, Alchemist production, hard again. I mean, I'm like, okay, we in. And then 2 Chainz flow, man. Threw me right off, man. Lazy, kind of nothing sticking out. So I actually had to go old school on this joint, and I hit the button. Skippies. You feel what I'm saying? My bad, but I had to. We got Any Day. You know, June starts with some positive bars about striving for success. You know, flows into like how he could do brag rap. You know, he could talk about other things now. You know what I'm saying? Just because his life has changed or whatever the case may be. Chain talks to being determined to succeed. You know, a few quotables kind of like mixed in there. You know, Chainz could do that. But again, there's nothing really groundbreaking on this particular track. Nothing really groundbreaking on this particular album. When I say groundbreaking, I mean something that you like, yo, this joint is like, could be a classic. You know what I'm saying? Besides Alchemist beats, man. We got Epiphany. You know, like I'm listening to this joint, it's like 2 Chainz can be so predictable at sometimes. And don't get me wrong, he's witty, but sometimes it's like Dr. Seuss bars. You know what I mean? And again, I like 2 Chainz. I can listen to a full project of 2 Chainz. I do like his wittiness. He can make me laugh. He's comical. You know, he's very talented as far as his brag rap, but predictable definitely on this Epiphany track. So, you know, sometimes I laugh, you know what I mean? Listening to 2 Chainz, you know. And the flow that Larry June got on this joint is like completely opposite of Chainz. So the marriage just, you know, it wasn't really there. You know what I mean? Again, this album could have been so much better. You know, I don't know. It's just not real a cohesive joint. You know what I mean? It seems like everything was like sent. You know, the vibe, they wasn't like vibing together. It's like, all right, you hop on this, you get on this track, you get on that joint. You know what I mean? Just seemed like everything was kind of separated. We got Organics. You know, the same throughout this album, man. 2 Chainz. You know, he ain't indulging in nothing complicated. It's just like, I hear that, 2 Chainz. You know, I know you ain't. You feel what I'm saying? Your bars clearly state that. You know what I mean? We got Jean Privé on the back end. What was he, like a French like architect? He created things from scratch. He was like self-taught. You know, he built like his family business that way. He made like this big old empire, you know what I'm saying, of doing things, you know, hands-on. So I'm guessing that's where they was trying to go with that. You know what I mean? This is some brag rap on the back end. The track talks of like sweeping chicks off their feet because, you know, they see what you got materially and stuff like that. You know, this album, I was really expecting more going in. I can't even front, man. I love Alchemist. I love his production. And sometimes it's better to just do things like have a collabo album, you know, have those 3-4 tracks and just put them on tracks with other people and have it as an Alchemist album that would make it be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? I love Larry June. I love Chainz. But them together, I think, I could be wrong, but it just seemed like things were sent instead of it being like, let's get in the studio, let's vibe, let's work together. You know what I mean? Some dope quotables. You know, I'll be honest, I haven't listened to a full Chainz album since like his mixtape days, you know, the true days. You know, I pick and choose, you know, some jaunts off his jaunts. I'm not sure who came up with this idea to put all 3 of these, to put an album with Chainz and June and Alchemist together. But you know, it gets kind of dry and boring. I know y'all are sick of listening to me, but I want y'all to understand why I'm going to rate this joint. A few tracks that kind of stand out. It could have been so much better in my opinion. I'm going to rate this Uncle Bris rating scale. My second cousin. That's a 2.5 out of 5 stars, man. We like halfway there. You feel what I'm saying? So if it was a 10, it would be like a 5. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. All right. Thank y'all for watching, man. Peace.